What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. It is Ian K from Peep This Out. Let me jump on the chat window here. I want to make sure everybody can see and hear me okay. If you guys can give me the thumbs up, let me know that you guys can hear my voice. That would be a beautiful thing. Let me know. I would really want to make sure that everybody can hear me. We got a bunch of people that are in here already. And Roland jumping in there with the super chat already. Man, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. If you are so inclined to donate on super chat, just know that everything that I get on these super chats immediately goes back into the channel. I've got some fun stuff coming your way, and I do appreciate that very, very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to see you guys on here right now. You guys can hear me okay? Everyone is, give me the thumbs up. Let me know that you guys can hear me and I'm not talking on mute. I think I should be live. Everything is looking good on my end. The stream is looking clean. Everything looks and hopefully is sounding as good as it can for you guys. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Beautiful. I've got the thumbs up from Cloris Bleach. How you doing? He's asking, how do you donate? By hitting that little super chat, little $sign down on the chat window on the very bottom there. It'll prompt you along. Excellent. Great to see everybody on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining here. We'll wait just another couple of minutes here. I want to give you guys enough time to get situated. I'm only going to be on for about an hour tonight because, as you guys know, today is Cinco de Mayo, or for many of us out here, Cinco de Drinko. And even though I don't drink very much, I'm actually going to be going out tonight with the wifey. I wanted to jump on. I look forward to these live streams like you would not believe here on a Friday night. So I absolutely love the time with you guys for sure. Let me just go down the list here. We have got Hedwig, we've got Ress, Teresa, Fry, Clorox Bleach. We've got Inner Movie Intakes, Brendan Flanagan. Let's see. I want to say Zuisef, hopefully. That little emoji with the little glasses on right there. Let me see here. Roland, of course. Again, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad everybody can hear me. Everything is good. Roland is definitely enjoying this. Hopefully you guys will like what you're going to see here right now. I'm testing a little something extra in here as well. We've got Bus Driver 7332. I love seeing all the familiar peeps on here, guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. And I'm having definitely a blast of a day. Extremely hot and crispy here in Southern California right now. It is still coming up on, well, about 6:07 or so, but the heat is still there. But we're expecting rain this weekend, so it's all good. Alan Snyder, how you doing, man? It is great to see you on here. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me tonight here on Cinco de Mayo. Great to have you aboard. Definitely, if you guys can, forward this link out to all of the people that you know. Let's see if we can get a lot of people on the stream right now. See if we can get a lot of thumbs up as well. That would be an awesome thing. It's been a very, very busy day for me today. Getting a lot of content in line for next week finished, as well as something else that I'll be coming out with tomorrow morning, which you guys will hear about in just a few. If any of you astute watchers of my social media have already seen my social media from earlier today, you probably know, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let's see here. So Bus Driver is on. Great to see you as well. And Kev Slim 256, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on the stream right now. I'm going to be on for about an hour. Let's see. Clorox, such an underrated YouTuber. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. You guys can always forward my content out to the people that you know as well. It's always great to have you guys do the grassroots effort to help me get that exposure, and in turn, everybody benefits from it. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. Jency Molina, Feliz de Cinco de Mayo, Mr. Kiner. Yes, it is on tonight. It is El Cinco de Drinko. I will definitely be doing a little bit of rum and coke action tonight. And it's going to be a lot of good times for that. So we'll talk a little bit about Cinco de Mayo festivities in just a second here. Very, very busy day yesterday, last night, this morning. I'm trying to get caught up on social media. For those of you guys who don't already know, Guardians of the Galaxy came out today. I actually saw it last night, and it was ridiculously awesome. Totally enjoyed it. You guys are going to love the movie. Really, really good time. So I got back super late last night, crashed immediately. And then got up this morning because of something that I had to take care of, and we'll talk about that as well too. So let's see who else we got on here right now. Hedwig, you don't use Facebook often, huh? Once in a while. I'm trying to figure out a dual stream action that I can do, Hedwig, for sure. Mr. Happy 012 on here. What is the Taste of Vision? Yeah, we'll talk about that Taste of Vision site from Dame Drops, actually. It's pretty neat. Let's see here. Jason Callan, welcome to the stream. A 35-minute video for you to... Wow, in the zombie genre. Oh, I'm going to be definitely watching that, Jason. Definitely. I mean, I watch all of your stuff anyway, but I'm definitely going to be watching that. So we'll give it just a couple of minutes here. Let's see. We've got, obviously, Jason. Everyone is recognizing some of the other creators that are in the room at the moment here. It's about 10 after 6. I'm probably not going to edit this video in the very beginning. I'm just going to let the music play and let it do its thing, just to get it out there quicker for you guys, because once the stream ends, I'm going to kind of let it do its thing so I can go. So for anyone who may have missed the very beginning of this, you haven't missed too much, but you'll definitely have the full stream as it was put out to you guys, so you guys can get that full experience as well. So let's see, we've got, okay, Fry says review Wendy's. I do a lot of Wendy's, actually, whenever they come out with the newer stuff. Monster Food Reviews, welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to have you guys on here right now. Let's see if we can just jump in while we're waiting for some other people to jump in here. I'll give you a quick little snapshot of my 2 latest videos that we've got going here right now. As you guys can see on the screen, we have got Purple Pepper is back over here from Church's Chicken, as well as the Blazing Chicken Schnitzel Sandwich, the bacon guacamole on that one there. If you guys haven't seen those, definitely hit up my content. You'll find them actually available right now on the main page. They are now playing on the YouTubes just for you guys. So a lot of fun stuff to take a look at on my channel. For those of you who are just coming across my channel, you don't know exactly what this is, my name is Ian K, YouTube creator of Peep This Out, or Peep This Out reviews, if you will. Food channel mostly, primarily, with a few other things thrown into the mix, but I have my own little variation of how I do what I do on YouTube, and it's a lot of fun for me to put together. So definitely take a look at the 2 latest and greatest, as you guys will see here, Purple Pepper Sauce from Church's Chicken, which was a lot of fun to do, as well as the Blazing Chicken Schnitzel too there. So a lot of good stuff to look forward to. So let me jump back on over, and we are back. All right, so we're going to get started here and take a look in just a minute here. We'll give everyone just one more minute to see what's going on. And then we'll take a look at what I'm going to be doing for you guys, which is going to be a first for me right now, because I am just a fan of regular Mountain Dew. So aside from some other creators who may be on the stream right now who may think otherwise, obviously the classic Dew for me is the only Dew that I would drink. Even the diet version of it, which I do prefer, is actually pretty tasty. So I don't think I need much more of a segue, so I think we'll just get started here. We've got Guacamole. He's jumping on here. How you doing? Great to see you guys. Cool James is on here as well. Nice to see you guys as well too there. And again, thank you to Roland for the super chat donation. And again, like I said, anything of the super chat nature will always get put back into the channel. I do greatly, greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much. So with that said, let's jump into what we're going to do right now. You guys have probably seen this all over the place. Mountain Dew Dew SA. Now, I have never had anything except really the regular Mountain Dew. I'm not really a fan of the other stuff there. Nothing that I remember trying in the past. It shows you how far back I go with this. But we're going to take a look and see exactly how incredibly bomb sexy this hopefully is. I'm thinking it's going to be very sweet because it's the regular Mountain Dew. But it's basically 3 versions of other drinks that they've come out with here in the past. So we've got Code Red, Whiteout, and Voltage together. So obviously the red, white, and blue. It gives you the blended drink that you're seeing right over here. So I'm going to give it a taste actually from the bottle as well as in a glass. So, you know, without further ado, let's just see exactly how bomb sexy this is truly going to be, because, guys, after all, this is Peep This Out, so let's do just that. Let's go in for that first look, though, shall we? All right. Well, there you go. Mountain Dew in effect. We're going to give this a shot and see how amazingly bomb sexy this is. You know what? Just to open this up right now, and I'm going to swing over and put the chat on here as well, so we can take a look here and see. Let's see if we can do the Dew. But you know what? I'm going to give you an idea of how crisp and clean this is. I'm going to open this up right by the microphone right now, right in front of my pop filter, because I want you to hear exactly what I'm going to be hearing right now. Let me know if you guys can hear this in the chat thread right over here. All right, hopefully you heard that, because it gave me a good nice little sizzle hiss right there. So you guys let me know. And before I even pour this into the glass, which I'm going to do first. Wow, this smells kind of like very fruity, almost like blueberry, raspberry, like everything together in one. It smells very sweet. Very sweet. All right. I'm going to put this over. Let's give this a go. You guys already see what it looks like, but let me put it in the glass first. Yeah, it's more purple than anything else. But yeah, nice carbonation. Looking clean. So crisp and so clean. Let's give this a shot. The new Mountain Dew USA, probably for a limited time only, obviously through 4th of July. Here we go. Hold on. That's pretty flavorless. Wow, I'm surprised. It's trying to be a little bit of grape, a little bit of blueberry maybe. It's not crazy sweet, but I'm not feeling this really. I'm not really feeling it. It almost tastes like a kind of like a bland grape soda. Maybe it makes a difference if I do it from the bottle, right? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments here if you think it's better from the glass or from the bottle. I'm going to give this a go from the bottle. Here we go. Not feeling this, guys. I am not feeling this. It's kind of gross, to be honest. No, I'm not gonna be doing this. I didn't even look at the nutritional value on this. You guys know I'm very big on doing the nutritional info in a lot of the content boxes and all of my content that I do. But I gotta say, let me just take a look at this here because I waited until this review just to go down the line here quickly with you. Looks like it's 170 calories per bottle. Obviously, it's no fat because it's just sugar. But total carbs, 45 grams, so 45 grams of sugar. It's less sugar than, say, a Coke, but, you know, even a Coke has a little bit more flavor than this. This is really like a bland grape soda to me. I'm really disappointed in this. But you know what? It only just solidifies the fact in my mind that I personally think the regular Dew is still going to be the ultimate Dew because there really is no other taste than like the regular Mountain Dew. And I think Mr. Happy 021 who's watching right now can probably attest right now. If I had to rate this, though, on that Bomb Sexy For Your Face scale of 1 to 10, the Mountain Dew USA, guys, I really don't like going much lower than a 5, so I think I'm just going to be nice and give this a 5 because I would not buy this again. And I think maybe trying the other flavors ahead of time may have probably prepared me a little bit better for this one. But I wanted to go into this completely blind, completely straight, and I'm really glad that I did because I would not recommend this. Sorry, it is just a no bueno situation. So it is what it is. I'll stick to the standard Mountain Dew because I still think that Dew is the best. All right, so this concludes the portion of the review of the stream just for you guys. As you know, I've got content every single week here on my channel. So until the next review, guys, definitely stay frosty. All right, we are jumping back on over to the main page. All right, we're back. Man, no bueno. No bueno. All right, let me get caught up on a little bit of the comments here. Let's see here. Nice to see you guys on here. We got Jason definitely watching in the house here as well. Luxurious. Happy Cinco de Drunko. Maybe a little later on tonight, my friend. Let's see. Roland, what are you going to do? We know. Glad you guys heard that. Hopefully the sizzle sounded good in the audio for you. Sipping on that lean from Clorox Bleach. Oh, man. No bueno on that one. Let's see here. Monster Food Reviews reminded me of red, white, and blue popsicles. It really was like faint hints of fruity flavor. I got to be honest. And again, I'm just not a fan. This is really, really something else. I guess maybe the fact that it's not green. You know, when you think Mountain Dew, otherwise, if you would have put this next to anything, I would assume this is just something other than Mountain Dew. I get that you got to try different things to stay relevant. I get that, but yeah. Last time I'm going to drink that during the stream right now. Even if my throat gets parched, it's not really worth it. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Let's see, intermove intakes, didn't care for it either. Yeah, not a fan. Corpse Plague thought it was the worst Dew that he's ever had. Well, I can understand why you guys are putting that out there. This is a limited thing, clearly. It's not going to be around forever, and it's probably a good thing. Let's see. Silver Alien, where would be the best place to ask Joey for a shout out? I would probably assume on one of his videos. I'm just saying though. Alright, here we go with Ryder Stunner. If we had $1 million, what would you do with it? Would you buy Old Nerd Review's health insurance since he's old and has a pre-existing condition? No bueno. That is definitely no bueno. If I had $1 million, I would invest it in some way so you get a dividend back. Because that's what you want to do. You want to invest it for sure. Nerd Game, how long will the stream be? Probably another 40-45 minutes at the most here, since I'm going for about an hour or so tonight here, given that it's technically a holiday, right? I mean, it is Cinco de Mayo. So let's see. Sorry, we weren't feeling dues. Hopefully there won't be a huge downfall from Brendan. Yeah, definitely not a good situation with that, guys. Really very, very surprising. But thankfully, only 45 grams of sugar. So if you guys are watching a sugar intake, I guess that's something there. I'll put these the nutritional info in the stream after this is done. So take a look if you're curious to see. There's really nothing eventful to really put in there. I mean, I'll still put it there, but it's 170 calories, and it just says 105 milligrams of sodium and 45 carbs, 45 grams, and that's because the sugar is 45 grams. So, you know, it is what it is. It is just Mountain Dew in name only. That's pretty much it. So, Lightning Scorpion, who is your favorite YouTuber? Gosh, you know, I have a lot of people that I watch. I wouldn't say like favorites. I would say a lot of people that I watch. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Secure Team 10. I mean, I like watching Tyler do his thing. It's a lot of voiceover stuff, a lot of like weird like UFO and cool footage and stuff like that. That stuff is always really, really fun to watch for me at night personally. So I like to kind of zone out with that when I'm not busy doing editing or doing anything late night that's keeping me up. I definitely like checking out Secure Team 10 on YouTube. Check him out. He's actually very, very well put together videos there. And for those of you guys who want to have a discussion on YouTube content creation, if you have any questions regarding that type of thing, any questions you have along those lines, I would be happy to share whatever I know with you guys. So that way we can all benefit in some way, and you guys can see what works for me. It may work for you if you guys are thinking of creating channels, stuff like that as well. But just to come back to the question of Lightning Scorpion, a lot of YouTube channels that I watch, I have a pretty large subscription list as well. So we'll have to see. Let's see. Mr. Happy, tell us about Taste Division and why no YouTubers are joining. What your thoughts? How many corporate entities can you fit on a website? Well, Mr. Happy is talking about Dame Drops launching his brand new front-loaded website called Taste Division, which you guys can find at tastedivision.com. And if you go over to Dame's channel, you can check out the stuff that he's talking about it. It's basically his own website. So like myself, I have peepthistoutreviews.com. He purchased a domain and created this website, and it's basically designed for the foodie-centric area of YouTube content creation. So it could be anything. It could be fast food, gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian, I mean anything, any genre, including snacks, anything like that. And it just launched a couple of days ago. So the word is just getting out regarding what it is. And basically anyone who's anyone really can just upload a video to it. And it's not necessarily uploading directly. It's basically putting the link from your YouTube video that you may have already created into the site. So just like on my site, when you go to peepthistoutreviews.com, you'll usually see my most current video playing right there on the screen. In this one, in the Taste Division site, it's the same thing. It looks just like maybe VidMe, if you've ever heard of that, which allows you to basically have your content visible and you can watch them there. So it's considered like, I guess, an external view from a website watching your content there. So a lot of people are jumping on it there. Right now, there's very few, I guess, big name people that you may see there. But if you look closely, you may find a few. I uploaded a few pieces of content the other night as well. So the way that I look at it is any type of exposure for the community is a good thing, regardless of what you may think about an individual per se. The goal, obviously, of the site is to get anybody and anybody, really, to really upload content and give you a little bit more of a platform. The thing is, then the main driving force, and the way I understand it, is Dame has been kind of I would say championing the cause of having a food review category in one of the options to label your videos. Instead of like people and blogs, entertainment, some people do comedy even, you have it specifically for food reviews, that type of thing. So this is a step in that direction to kind of give the platform a little bit more of an audience that way. And obviously with Dame Drops promoting it, it may go a long way. You know, naturally it's something that's just starting off right now, but anything is a positive as far as I'm concerned. You got to find a positive in everything that you do with this stuff here. So the more eyes that you can get to look at your content, it's not necessarily a bad thing, even if it's an external view. I mean, for other content creators on the stream right now who may have been featured on other websites, other foodie sites that use your content to show that, it's really the same type of thing. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So in a nutshell, that's what the Taste Division vision, so to speak, is there. So you'll see occasional content from me that'll go up every so often as well. But I wanted to get started by putting up a few pieces of content in some of the genres that they have there. So www.tastedivision.com, just as it's spelled as you're seeing in the thread there. And we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. All right, let's see. Zoomy400 Gamer. Let's see. Like Raising Canes. So good that you're live, Raising Canes. I'm going to go there right now. Very cool. Yeah, Raising Canes. That's the only actual review that I have from Raising Canes, because when I actually did that, I was helping the wifey out in the area further down south into like Orange County, where they just opened up a location. So if I can get back out over there again, I would love to try and do another one of those things. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. So let me see. I'm going to jump to the bottom. It looks like we are all caught up over here, unless I don't see anything else that's on here from you guys. So I think we are. Okay, here we go. Nerd Gamer 9090. Any questions you guys have? This is your time. This is, you guys have the floor right now. So let me know. Nerd Gamer 9090. What do you like to do in your free time? Well, exercise, aside from filming, aside from doing a lot of tech stuff. Movie watch. I mean, I'm pretty much a pretty average guy, just like most of you guys watching right now. You like a lot of the same things I do. Comics, movies, games. I do a lot of that stuff mostly late night when I can, but during the day, I'm pretty busy with content creation as well as just other things that I'm involved with there. So a lot of time. I'm pretty tired by the day, by the end of the day, to be honest with you. All right, let's see here. Albert Rumpel, how you doing? Great to see you. Roland, trying the purple pepper sauce was interesting and good. Yes. Let me jump back on over here real quick, and we'll jump on in here just so you guys can know. The content that you're seeing up on the side over here, these are my 2 latest reviews that I went over at the top of the hour. I actually had some videos streaming here, but it was kind of taxing my system to have it run while I was doing the streaming as well. So I wanted to make sure I didn't have any chugging along or anything with the data, trying to keep up with it. It's really more of my system. So I'm just using my thumbnails, as you guys can see over here. But yes, Roland, I'm going to tell you right now, it was pretty interesting to try that. Purple pepper sauce, I'd never tried it, never heard of it from Churches, and I've been doing reviews there for like over a year plus. I just haven't seen it. And very interesting. Definitely check out my review on my site there. So very, very good. See, blazing chicken schnitzel as well, by the way. Really, really, really good stuff. So good stuff there for sure. All right, let's see. Lightning Scorpion, what do you have planned for the channel? Well, you know what? It's funny you mention that. Do any of you guys know what this is? Let me see if I see any comments that are here right now in the comments. Do you guys know what this is? Anybody know what this is? Has anybody seen this or heard of this at all? Curious to know if anyone knows exactly what a frork is. Let me get a little closer for you there. Hopefully that'll stay in focus. It should. Obviously with the McDonald's logo, it's probably a dead giveaway. But does anyone know what this is? Has anyone seen this online? Very curious to know what you guys think of the frork. Uselessly useful. Can't wait to see the comments catch up here to see what you guys are probably going to be saying about this from Signature Crafted. Yep. Very, very interesting. Amber McGarvey, how you doing? Great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. Yeah, this is something that is available for a very limited time only in a very limited amount of places right now. If you do a search on Google right now for McDonald's frork, you can basically find out exactly the website to go to find out where you can find this by you, if they do even have it available. You're going to see something about this tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. The video is it's all pretty much done. I just have to do a couple little fine-tuning pieces on it. But it's my review because we've actually had the Signature Crafted sandwiches here from McDonald's for literally like a year, a little over a year or so. It came out initially as Taste Crafted, and then it became Signature Crafted recipes that you guys have nationally. This just became a nationwide thing. So the main difference with it, naturally, aside from the marketing, is that they added one new one to it there. So the sweet barbecue bacon version is the one that they added nationwide across the country, as well as here on the West Coast. So that's the review that I did this morning because I've never had that version of it. So what you're going to see tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is exactly what this is in action for the frork, which should be a lot of fun for you guys to check out. This was actually a really, really fun little marketing thing to put together. And then you'll see a little quickie review on the sweet barbecue bacon burger. So interesting to say the least. So let me jump back on over, give you guys a big review so we can get this one in here. And for those of you guys who want to see it in a larger view, there you go. Uselessly useful. Signature Crafted recipes right there. So there you go. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. It's going to be a fun review for you guys to check out. I'm having a little fun doing the editing with it. So, like I said, it's pretty much finished. So, let's see here. So, Nerd Gamer, you think you know what that is? There we go. Hedwig, French fry holder. Something like that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Rye the Stunner already knows. Very, very fun marketing with that. Nerd Gamer, it looks like something from Japan. You know what? That is very true. That is very, very true. It really is something that you would probably see overseas because it is different. It is definitely different. Let's see. Call me Junior. What are your dreams like? Well, colorful sometimes, I guess. I guess maybe you guys can look up and see if you dream in color. What does that really mean, right? Cyber Monkey, product placement. It is an unsponsored video, I will tell you that. Nothing that I do is sponsored unless it explicitly says so in the review as well as in the description down below from anything that I do. So yes. All right, intermovie intakes. How did you meet your wife? Well, actually through my sister at the time. She actually worked with my sister, and they worked at a culinary school in Pasadena at one time, and I would always go to visit my sister for lunch whenever I had free time, and basically it kind of went from there. Let's see here. Colby Bryan, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jason Callan, yes, the French fry fork. All right, Lightning Scorpion, what advice do you have for someone who started up on a YouTube channel and isn't growing? Well, the biggest thing I'd probably recommend doing is, if you can, live stream and social media like action as much as possible like that. Now, I know with me personally, I usually put up a lot of the things that I put out, and every once in a while, some things that I'll put on my Instagram that links to my Twitter and Facebook usually. But live streaming is probably the biggest thing. Don't be afraid to try different things. Definitely reach out to people that are like-minded in terms of what you're into and maybe kind of riff off of, you know, that, kind of build those relationships. I'm very big on getting to know the people that I work with as well. So those who really take an interest in my channel, those who I see routinely, that type of thing, those are the ones that I really kind of look at. So if you're seeing a lot of the familiar ones on your content, that would be something to kind of consider as well. But in the beginning, I got to be honest, Lightning, it was very difficult. I know for me, I've been doing this, God, it'll be 4 years in August this year, which is crazy. But the first few months, if not the first year, depending, you're really just kind of just trying to get out there, seeing what works, see exactly what your flow is like, see how your content delivery is, making the quality content and improving with every video. So the best advice I can give you is keep making content, keep staying consistent, let people know when your stuff is going to be coming out so they know when to look for you. Like I think most of you guys know, basically I have a 6 a.m. launch window, usually 2 or 3 times a week. So if you guys check your feed literally middle of the day or at night, you know, scrolling to the bottom, you'll see that I've got something out there as well. So consistency is key, getting to know your content creators in the community as well too there, and kind of riffing off that. Definitely helps there for sure there, but stay consistent, have a schedule, and just keep putting out content. Make content like crazy is probably the best advice I can recommend in the very beginning there. The bigger portfolio you have, the better of a chance you'll have down the road for other people to see you. Let's see, Hedwig, do you have Freddy's Steak Burger in your area? No, Hedwig, I don't. I do not have that location. Nerd Herder or Nerd Gamer. Oh, Nerd Herder, Nerf Herder. I'm thinking there because of May the 4th be with you, or May the Fork be with you. Who knows? What kind of editor do you? I'm getting tongue tied. What kind of editor do you use for your videos? I use Final Cut Pro 10, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Silver Alien, when did your catchphrase "Stay Frosty" start? Because my friend also has that as his catchphrase without knowing that it was yours. You know, I've actually there's actually a few people that have that catchphrase of "Stay Frosty," but primarily it's when I first started my channel in the very, very beginning, and I'm a huge Aliens fan, so of course I'm excited about Alien Covenant coming out. It's going to be exciting. But Aliens, obviously the second movie, is a fan favorite of mine, and that's where it comes from. So basically Michael Bihn's "Stay Frosty" to Hicks and to Sigourney Weaver and everybody else, you know, to stay frosty, basically, because if one of those things gets in here, you know how we do it. So that's where it came from, and it's always kind of stuck with me, aside from the Bomb Sexy, which is the holdover from my early days, which I still use every so often, actually maybe one time typically in my videos. So yes, that's where it comes from, Silver. That's where it comes from. Apple Rumple, do you have a Tully's near you? Never heard of Tully's. I probably do, but I couldn't say for sure. I know Southern California is a big place, so we do have a lot out here, and a lot of the East Coast stuff is coming out this way, so there's always a possibility that I do. But I'm going to have to take a look and see what Tully's is. What is Tully's, if you can tell me? That would be awesome. All right, so let's see here. We've got plenty of people on here right now. It is great to see all of you on here. I'm watching basically the way this is looking in my streaming software that I've got over here right now. So I don't know exactly how many people have given a thumbs up to the video just yet, but I know it looks like we've got at least 28 plus people watching, I'm thinking here, according to what it says. I could be wrong, but maybe you guys can let me know. That would be cool. Nerd Gamer, any advice you have if you're shy and you want to make videos for YouTube? You know, that is the best type of thing to do if you're shy, because it really does help break the ice. All you're doing, and I got to be honest with you, try to get the thought out of your head that you're looking out the possibility of having thousands and thousands and thousands of people watch your video over the course of how many years the video will be live, or if it takes off really quickly and you have like 200,000 plus people watching your video at one time. You know, my most successful video still is the Mac and Cheetos video from last year, from last summer, and that's about 190,000 views, something like that. To some bigger YouTubers, that's probably nothing, but given my subscriber base, I definitely, you know, I'm really, really proud of that one there, which is cool. The best thing to do that I can probably tell you, Nerd Gamer, is basically just be yourself and stare at the little dot on the lens and pretend that there is nobody else there except you and that lens, and there is nobody behind it. That's probably the best advice I can give you. Once you do that, it's kind of like, if you notice, like when you give speeches at school, you know, I always used to get nervous with stuff like that because, you know, there would be a lot of people like staring at you. Now, when you do performances and when you do things like that, if you notice, the lights are low for the crowd, but they're bright on stage. And I think that's also to kind of help cut down the anxiety factor for some, I think. So when you see that it's kind of dark out in the audience that way, it gives you more of an opportunity to kind of relax and not really be, you know, so like on edge. But I remember my speech days back in the day in college, and I was okay with talking in public like that. I did that as part of my my prior working life for a while. But I got to be honest, doing those like symposiums where you're giving speeches and you have like a whole room full of people watching you with the lights all even across the board and you're just catching everybody's eyes. My mom always said, just, you know, pretend like everybody's naked. Personally, for me, I think that would be distracting, personally. But that's what she always used to say. But just pretend, just to come back to it, just stare at the camera lens, pretend that nobody is watching you, pretend that nobody is saying anything to you, they're not judging you. Everyone's going to have an opinion about you one way or another. It is what it is. The goal is, if you're going to let that affect you in some way, I personally wouldn't, because anyone who has an opinion about you, honestly, and here's some other good advice for you, Nerd Herder. If anyone does have an opinion of you, whatever somebody else thinks of you is none of your business. Because there is absolutely nothing you can do about whatever they may be thinking, whatever they may be talking about. All you can do is really focus on making the very best piece of content that you can each and every time, and let that stand on its own. That's the best advice I can give you. Stare at the camera, pretend like nobody's there, and don't give a you-know-what about what anybody thinks about you at all. Because in the grand scheme of things, you have to be happy about the product that you put out, and that's the end result that you should be looking for, is how good is this going to be if I put this out there? Am I going to want to watch this personally? Best advice I can give you. I know I got a little bit on the soapbox there, but I feel very, very strong about that. I feel very, very strong about that. Bus driver, thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the thumbs up, all the love. And again, from Roland, all the way at the top of the hour for the super chat donation. Believe me, it's going to go to a good cause, to keeping the channel moving along here, as it's always going to do. So thank you. Thank you so much again, Roland, for that. Let's see. Jason, do I like trauma movies? And if so, Class of Nukem High, definitely. Toxic Avenger, yes. Those are classic guilty pleasures there, Jason. Classic guilty pleasures. Hedwig, got 13 views so far on my only video, and I'm still working on it. Cool. Very, very cool. I'm telling you, I remember the days in the beginning when I started off, and I would be so excited if by the end of the day I had like 5 views, 6 views, and I'd be like, okay, it's people other than my family logging in to check this out right now. So I'm telling you, really, really cool. Let's see. Simply the Best. What's up? Great to have you on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Big dog from the food community. Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. We've got a lot of great people in the community, many of them who are on the stream right now, which you may notice some of the familiar avatars for sure. Let's see. Brendan, I had a hard time trying to pronounce frork. Yeah, it's more like rourke, a little bit, but with an F in front of it. So frork. That's the easiest way to say it, if anything there. And for those of you guys who are just logging in a little late, take a look. we have got uselessly useful, the frork. Limited time only right now. Very, very cool. You guys will actually see this tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. along with my quick review of the sweet barbecue bacon, because like I said, that is the only version of the signature crafted sandwich I haven't tried. You guys can definitely hit up my McDonald's playlist, and you'll find all of my my reviews from McDonald's there naturally. But you'll also find the maple bacon Dijon, which I did with Liam's lunchbox a while back. We each did like a different version of the burger, as well as the pico guacamole, which I got to be honest, I took a little something off of that one. So I may get a little bit of flack for that one, but that was back in the day. So for those of you wondering how come I haven't jumped on all the McDonald's hoopla right now, it's not new to me because I've done it before. But what is new to me is this frork promo. Unfortunately, I had a location that actually was close by, and I picked up a frork, which is kind of cool. Simply the best, the only live stream I enjoy watching. Thank you so much. Quality is great. You guys are actually, everything is looking good on your end. It looks like it's pretty clean on my side. The signal is good, and the sound is definitely looking like I've got the bars moving all over the place here. So obviously my voice is picking up nicely. You guys can hear. Very cool. Review stop. That's right. In the house, Lucas. You guys need to be recognizing that avatar right there. Swing on over, show him some love and support. You're watching with your wife as well. Happy Cinco de Mayo, my friend, or Cinco de Drinko, because I'm going to be doing that here in about half hour or so. We're going to be going out for a little while, and I'm going to be changing because honestly, as much as I love good old Superman and Batman with all my usual stuff, yeah, I definitely want to change the shirt, if anything. But guys, I got to tell you, and I always say this often, I really appreciate you guys logging in, taking a look at what I have to say. I have a lot of fun putting these streams together, and we'll be doing some other regular food reviews down the road as well. I know it's a fun part of what I do, and I like keeping my content as interesting as possible and giving you guys something to look at on the live stream, whether it's graphical, switching, transitions, something fun, aside from me just talking to this microphone right over here right now, which I don't mind doing. I'm glad that you guys can be here with me. Let's see here. We have got King Krusty. Do you eat much fast food often? You know, usually when I do my reviews only, and I usually don't finish it, I got to be honest, I usually bring it home and let the wifey try. More often than not, if I am going to get something outside of my reviews, I'm kind of addicted to Chicken McNuggets, so that's like my favorite snack type of thing. Whenever the Angels or the Dodgers have some type of milestone that they have right now because of a promo here on the West Coast, like if they do a shutout in the 6th inning, there's like a free 6-piece Chicken McNugget, and being that you can get a large drink right now for $1, you see where I'm going with this. A 6-piece Chicken McNugget and a large drink for $1 plus tax. So I look forward to that, and that's one of the reasons I'm a huge supporter of the Angels and the Dodgers. No, I'm just kidding. Aside from that, I do like those promos. So not too much fast food often, but when I do it, In-N-Out Burger is my go-to. Definitely enjoy it on top of El Pollo Loco for chicken if I'm going to do it. So simply the best. Did I miss the review? Yes, you did. But you know what? I am not going to be editing this video at the very end. I did it on the Mountain Dew Dew SA, as you guys saw from my promo thumbnail. That's been up for a few days. And yeah, I'm not really going to say too much else about it. Let's just say that King Mountain Dew, the green one, is always going to be king, like I said. But take a look at that. You'll see all the full stuff coming after the stream ends. I'm just going to put it up as is. Let's see here. Brendan, the taco and having a celebration in the kitchen sink because it was El Cinco de Mayo. Well, all right. We're going to see a lot of plays on Cinco de Mayo. And obviously for most of you guys back east, it's probably almost over. If you guys are watching this right now back east, shame on you because you should be out drinking something right now, but you'll catch it on the replay, hopefully. But for those of you who are catching it on the East Coast, I hope you're celebrating it as much as you possibly can and you remember everything that I'm telling you right now as I'm focusing on you. Colby Bryan, you should do a Dodger dog review. You know, I'm actually going to a Dodger game at the end of May for a buddy of mine who I'm in his wedding, actually, early next month. So I may do that because it's kind of been positioned a little bit. So we'll see. Eddie Garcia, what should I get from Burger King? Well, you know what? I got to be honest, Eddie. The only thing that really strikes me from BK right now, aside from just the regular chicken fry stuff, which I like, is their crispy chicken sandwich. And I just saw they just came out with, I guess, the bacon cheddar crispy chicken sandwich. And I'm not actually going to be reviewing that because I've already done that chicken sandwich already. And it has to be something completely different for me to really want to jump in there and re-review something again. Because the main thing is the chicken quality. Just to not really give you well, to kind of spoil it slightly for you. The only main difference aside from that is this ranch sauce that has a little bit of bacon in it, and then you have the cheese, and then you have the usual stuff that it has anyway. So, you know, that would be the one thing to probably try personally there, aside from the Steakhouse King, which is pretty awesome. And again, you guys can find those reviews in the BK playlist without a doubt. All right, let's see. Rye the Stunner. You should throw out an eating challenge to Hollywood top dog Danny Cooksey. I'll take a look at that. Chris Gramonte just got home on the stream. Oh, very cool. Welcome to the stream. I'm so sorry you missed the review earlier, but like I was saying earlier in the stream, I'm actually going to be putting this out as is, so you guys will definitely be able to see this as it is in the beginning. I'm not going to edit the portion of it at all. It's just going to be as it goes. So let's see what else we have on here. Simply the Best. What kind of exercises do you do at the gym? Only cardio or muscle training? I do both. And let's see, how many times per week do you go and how often per day? You don't gain weight. Well, I got to be honest with you. Simply, I go up and down in weight slightly, but I've always judged myself since high school by how my clothes fit. And for those of you guys who kind of watch that stuff, that's what you should do. If you jump on a scale like every single day, you're going to be disappointed because we all fluctuate in weight. You know, you may weigh yourself in the morning and you may be like, 215, but then you weigh yourself at night and you're like, where did like the extra 6-7 pounds come from? As long as you're not wearing your clothes when you do this, obviously. But at the same time, it's just a combination of cardio primarily. I do some lightweight training, a lot of calisthenic stuff, a lot of sit-up stuff. Just try and stay healthy and live a healthy lifestyle and balance what you eat with how you exercise. So if you know you're going to be doing a food review, like in my case, if I know what I'm going to be doing in a day, I'll make sure I get some type of cardio in to some degree and then do some, light calisthenics. I have some weights and stuff that I do here. There are things that I do to kind of keep myself, together, so to speak. Hopefully that answers that for you there. In terms of how many times per week, usually about 2 to 3 on average. I don't go crazy, but it really depends upon what I'm doing. I may actually have to do something a little heavier one day to make up for it, so at least that amount of time. Let's see. The endorsement in the house here. Yes, chicken quality. Yes. It's all about that hashtag chicken quality here. Dodger dogs are terrible. Go Giants. I'll take your word for it, because the Dodger dogs are actually pretty decent, I gotta tell you. All right. Fernando Ware. Hopefully I said that correctly. Did you try the McDonald's signature burgers yet? Yes. And the funny thing is, Fernando, and I was talking about this earlier, we've had the signature crafted burgers here for literally about over a year now. And if you look at my my playlist for McDonald's on my site, you'll be able to find it. It's actually under the Taste Crafted menu is what they were, but it's the pico guacamole and the maple bacon Dijon. The only new one, which is really new for us, as it is for all of you guys now, is the sweet barbecue bacon, and that's the one that I did this morning. And by doing that this morning, I picked up, and I'll show this again, the frork. This is something here, uselessly useful, which is kind of fun. It's also a tongue twister. So yes, had a lot of fun doing that quickie review, and then you'll see the frork in action tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I already have the review finished. I'm just fine-tuning a few things. So 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Definitely looking forward to putting that out for you guys. Roland, thanks so much for jumping on here, my friend. Very cool, very cool. I appreciate you jumping on there. And, of course, for the Super Chat donation as well. Thank you so much for that, Roland. Hopefully you caught that before you logged out. All right, Racing Wolf, how you doing? Great to see you. All the familiar for Peeps that are on the stream right now. A truly, truly awesome time. And, of course, we've got Review Stop, and I believe Jason is still on here. Jason Callan, Mr. Happy 0-2 floating around somewhere, as well as the endorsement. And all the other amazing Peeps that are on here, too, as you're seeing in the chat thread. Let's see here. The endorsement. Will the frork replace your fingers? With a wink. Well, you'll have to check out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., my friend, to find out for sure. Should be a lot of fun either way. Let's see here. Alfredo, gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw it last night. And if you guys want to talk about that real quick, I'd be down for it. You guys want me to talk about a little Guardians of the Galaxy action? I don't want to spoil anything for anyone here in the comments as they're coming up here, but I did see it last night. At a 10:15 show after a very busy day of just other stuff I had going on, but we caught the last show. I actually had some reserved seating for that one. I did it ahead of time, which you guys should be doing. If you haven't done that already, it's the best way to watch a film. Just get your seats early, reserve them, lock them in, and then you can show up right before it begins, which is awesome. And yes, it was a pretty fantastic film. So if you guys want to talk a little bit about it, if I see more people that say yes, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I did enjoy it a lot. My wife did as well. It was really, like, really, really good. Izzy had KFC today, Racing Wolf. Yes, that is some good stuff right there. And hopefully you had the zinger, which was pretty good, I gotta say. Simply the best, yes. Batista was. Good old Drax. It really was. He was fantastic, and probably some of the best comic relief yet, to be honest. I'm not spoiling anything for you because there's a lot of funny moments in this film, a lot of laugh out loud moments, which were awesome. But yeah, Dave Bautista, Drax, the Destroyer, did an amazing job. Let's see. Joseph Spears, spoilers. It's a great movie. Yes, it was a great movie. Marvel really has yet to really disappoint, even though the marginal ones that you may think are just okay are still better than most other movies that are out there. So they've been just hammering away with Phase 3 right now. It's been fantastic. Rocky was in Galaxy 2. Well, I think that secret's out pretty much a long time ago. Sylvester Stallone does have a part in it. I'm not going to say what his part is, but he does have a part in it there. The joy for me, I got to be honest, aside from seeing what we were expecting from the main Guardians of the Galaxy cast, was Kurt Russell. He's one of my all-time favorite actors aside from Harrison Ford, and I grew up watching a lot of the earlier movies, Escape from New York, The Thing, all the classic Kurt Russell, the 80s comedy flicks. He's kind of like, just an amazing actor to me. And I actually saw him on the west side of town once with Goldie Hawn coming out of a restaurant, which was really awesome. Just to kind of like, they walked by us and we were just like looking right at them. And they're regular people, but they're still just epic films that they've all been in. So Kurt Russell is literally epic in this movie because of his character and what he is. And he did just a bang-up job. And he's one of the highlights of the film for me, especially the very beginning of it, how they did something which was just awesome. And I'm not going to say anything more than that. So go watch it if you haven't watched it already. You should be actually on your way to go watch it right now. If you're watching this on the live stream as you're driving there and you've got a good data connection, thank you so much for doing that. But do enjoy the film because it's fantastic. It really, really is. Brendan, thanks for jumping on the stream. I appreciate you spending some time. I've got about 8 minutes left, guys. 8 minutes left, and we're going to close this one out. I know I usually go a lot longer than an hour, but I do have to go after the 1 hour mark or so, maybe 5 minutes or so after, since we started a little late tonight. I'll stay on there. Let's see. Do you have a Slurpee? The grape Slurpee. I think Chevy Speed is talking about there. I've had that ridiculously since it's come out. I got to be honest, and I'm probably going to get it later on tonight again. Actually, if you guys have the 7-Eleven app on your phone, and if Old Nerd Reviews was watching this right now, if he is, I don't see him here, but if he was watching this, he knows the 7th cup that you get on the app is always a free one. So I always make use of that, and coincidentally, I do have my 7th cup free ready to go, and I'm actually probably going to be using it tonight, so it should be good. But Brendan, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you spending the time. Let's see, Racing Wolf, favorite character, Guardians of the Galaxy is Rocket. Yeah, Rocket has some great stuff in here for sure in the film. Hedwig, Big Trouble in Little China, another classic, which they're actually remaking, believe it or not. Everything is being remade. Another Kurt Russell classic right there with John Carpenter. Jason Callan, we might get snow on Sunday. Wow, that is craziness. We're going to be actually raining this weekend, thankfully, Jason. It's been ridiculously crazy here. Ridiculously crazy in terms of the heat. So I'm done with it. I'm definitely done with it. So I can't wait for a little bit of the rain. But if you're getting the snow this late in the year, man, it only goes to show you with this whole global warming thing, the seasons are all being pushed up. It's so weird to hear about snow in May. That's just crazy to me. Simply the best. Do you watch UFC? Thoughts on Conor McGregor, the God? I don't watch UFC too much. I know my buddy Beer Drank Shorty, who I watch occasionally on, not occasionally, I do watch his stuff. He's really huge on the UFC tip right there, so he'd probably be better to answer that question. But personally, I couldn't give you one way or another. I know that he's a pretty fantastic fighter, though. I know that from the clips and stuff that I've seen. Morgan, what it do? Great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on along with the endorsement, review stop, Jason Callan, everybody else that's on here right now. Really, really fun to be on here. I've got about 6 minutes left. Let's see here. Review stop. Got a couple of collabs coming soon. Very cool. We'll have to see about some stuff in the future review, which is Lucas, for those of you who don't know. Guys, jump on over to Review Stop and take a look. He definitely does some really, really fun stuff there. And it's always a family affair 99.9% of the time, which is 100% of the time. And it's always fun content. So definitely jump on over. Tell him Ian K sent you when you get on over there. He's definitely a cool dude. Great family, too, there. Great family. Let's see. Simply the best. You said 7-Eleven. First thing that came out of my mind was old nerd. Yeah, he pretty much he lives at 7-Eleven. He lives at 7-Eleven. He really does. He loves his 7-Eleven. That's for sure. That is for sure. Simply. All right, Nerd Gamer, do you like Xbox or PlayStation? Both. And I have them both. I have my PS3 and my Xbox 360, which I don't use too much aside from Netflix stuff. But my PS4 and Xbox One get the most work out. I'm really more into The Last of Us Remastered right now, which is a fantastic film. And really highly recommend everybody play that if you haven't already. Really, really awesome stuff. Let's see here. Hedwig lives in San Antonio, Texas. It's hotter than the sun. Seriously, I believe it. I believe it. I was there in August last year for CraveCon, and it was ridiculously hot. So I'm right there with you, and it was muggy because it rained at night too. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. All right, let's see here. Joseph Sears. Hey, Ian, you jinxed the Altadena Quiznos on your last visit. It's no longer Quiznos. Yeah, just a sandwich shop. Yeah, pretty much that happened shortly after I went there, Joseph, when I did the lobster roll that they had there, their lobster sandwich during Lent for Easter. Yeah, I was very surprised that Quiznos kind of went out as quick as it did there. So, yeah, no bueno on that one. That was pretty much the only Quiznos in my area. It's probably going to be my only Quiznos review that I do, unless something comes out and I happen to be somewhere where there is one. So, yes, simply the best. He lives in 7-Eleven. Well, he does in a good way, though. In a good way, though. I mean, I'm sure he knows the people, I'm sure, when he goes in where he goes, the same way that people kind of know me when I go in. You know, I'm always getting my Slurpees there, and this grape one has me just literally tapping it every time I go. It's kind of an addiction, I'm telling you. What pro sports team do you support? And that's from Izzy there, from Racing Wolf. You know, I wouldn't say I support really any particular team, but I'm fans of a lot of different ones. So I don't really have like a lot of like sports paraphernalia like jerseys or hats or anything like that. If you're looking for stuff like that, my buddy the Endorsement will probably fit the bill pretty nicely because he loves showing off his hats like all behind him and everything like that. And he wears the hat, so it is what it is. But I have a lot of different teams that I like to follow, and I do watch a lot of different sports. You know, obviously with basketball being really big right now, everybody's watching all that stuff for sure. So let's see here, guys. I've got about 3 minutes left. I wanted to just take this opportunity again to thank each and every one of you guys for jumping on. Let me jump in here. Screen one more time, just so you guys can see. These are the latest and greatest that I've got going here. Every so often you're going to see me jump back and forth. I want to make sure if you guys haven't seen any of my most recent content, we all know how those bells work on the very bottom by the description buttons on all of your channels that you visit. If you're not getting notified of any content, that type of thing, you guys can always jump on over and find that stuff there. But as you guys can see, these are the latest ones. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., you'll find the sweet barbecue bacon along with the frork action from McDonald's, which is kind of cool. So really, really fun marketing. And like I said, this thing is it's just fun for what it is. So hopefully you guys will like that for sure. So good stuff to look forward to. And like I said, it's a blessing for me to be able to do what I do for you guys. I love creating. I love content creation. I just love every aspect of it there. For those of you guys who really know me, that I talk to on a regular basis, it's just something that I'm just hugely passionate about. And anyone who's going out there and putting whatever they have out on the internet like that and putting themselves in front of, you know, literally potentially millions and billions of people, it's just an awesome thing. It's an awesome thing. So thank you so much for jumping on tonight. We're going to go to a regular food review next week, and I'm going to leave the mystery at that because I have a few different things that I'm thinking about right now. But for those of you who are on the stream, if you haven't given this one a thumbs up just yet, if you can do that, that would be greatly appreciated. It would help me out immensely. And you'll see the replay of this actually shortly after this is done processing right now, so it'll be ready to go as well. But lots of fun stuff from everybody here. So coming up to about a minute or so left, and then I'm going to begin to wind it down for you guys since we started about 5 minutes or so after. If you guys have any questions last minute right now, you know, this is your time. Definitely jump on over and ask away. I'd be happy to answer some stuff for you. Hedwig, there's Church's Chicken everywhere. Absolutely love the purple pepper sauce. Very cool. I definitely enjoyed it. It was different. The honey butter biscuits and the jalapeno bombers. That I may try the next time. Those jalapeno bombers I saw up on there. Really, really good stuff. Jason, is lettuce expensive where you're at? $4 at your local Surefoot. Wow. Yeah, it's not that expensive, Jason, but now you've got me on the lookout now. I'm going to go to the market with the wifey here and do a little double check and see if it's at least that high. If it's higher than that or at least that, I will let you know. But as far as I know, I don't think it is, personally. That seems kind of excessive. It really does. So tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. again, the McDonald's signature crafted sandwich. I'm adding it to the list of all the other ones that I've done, including the pico guacamole from about a year ago, as well as the maple bacon Dijon, which is exactly the same. And just so you guys know, the bun choices that McDonald's has for this round that's nationwide doesn't include the potato bun that we actually had for over a year until they took that away about a month ago. And now it's the same ones that you guys have. So it's all the same now across the board. So you've got the artisan roll, that bun, and then you have the regular sesame seeds. So always do the artisan if you can, because it's really just the better one. Let's see, Josiah, what is your favorite food you have ever reviewed? Wow, I get that question every so often, and I gotta say, it's probably gonna be that pulled pork grilled cheese sandwich, because it just looked amazing visually when I filmed it, and it was a lot of fun to put together. A lot of fun to put together. So, yeah, delicious stuff. Delicious stuff. So, as we wind this down, we've got 4 minutes left on the wrap-up here. Guys, again, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your Cinco de Drunko de Cinco de Mayo, whatever you want to call it, as long as whatever it is to you today. If it's just a Friday for you, if it's just Good Friday, every Friday is Good Friday as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter if you're a fish eater or not, meat eater or not, every Friday is a Good Friday. So hopefully you guys get out there and do something very, very fun this weekend and make every day something special. Do something brand new every single day if you can. Make a memory. All these little taglines that I'm saying here right now. It's always a lot of fun whenever you make something as good as it can possibly be for you there. Definitely there. The goal is when you go to sleep at night, you're going to go to bed with a smile on your face because you had an amazing day, or you're going to go to bed upset and unhappy because it was something that you wasted. So every day is a choice. Make it the very best possible choice every day when you get up. And man, I feel like I'm going on to these these Hallmark card sayings here right now. So very, very cool. Hedwig, good night, good night, good night to you as well. We're coming up on about 2 minutes left here. And again, guys, like I said, I could not do what I do without your love and support. I greatly appreciate that. To Roland at the top of the hour for the super chat donation, I greatly appreciate that as well. So if you're catching this on the replay to see what you missed, just know that even at the very end, I am super thankful to all of you guys, especially if you feel inclined to do the super chat stuff. It's really a lot of fun as well. So thank you. Everything goes back into the channel. A lot of fun stuff next week, guys. A lot of fun stuff next week. So whatever you do this weekend, make it a great one. It's going to be a rainy one for us, thankfully. And we will see what's up here. Coming up on the last, looks like officially 2 minutes now. 2 minutes. I want to stay on here for you right up until that time. So I am glad that you guys are here. For those of you who have celebrated Cinco de Mayo and you are coherent enough to be watching this right now, I hope it was a great one for you. Great to have everybody here jump on. For all of you guys who are catching this at the very end right now, this will be going up shortly. There will be the replay available to you guys, and naturally it's going to be in its unedited form, maybe a few little cards added, end cards and stuff like that. But I'm glad everything worked out. I'm glad the stream was good for you guys, the quality and the sound and everything was as good as it can possibly be. I want to make sure I do that correct for you. To Jency Molina, who's asking about the McDonald's signature craft sandwiches, I'm going to let you catch up the very beginning because we answered all that stuff. I don't want to waste the last couple of minutes with the redo. But you have some fun stuff to look forward to tomorrow morning, my friend, at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the day after Cinco de Mayo, which is today is technically Revenge of the 5th when you think about it here. So this is actually the day after. Star Wars Day continues. It's a 2-day event for those of you who don't know. It's May the 4th and Revenge of the 5th. So there you go. Episode 3. Still the best of the 3 prequels by far. With Part 2, Attack of the Clones, Episode 2 being pretty good as well. All right, guys, we're rounding out to the last minute or so here. I wanted to take a moment again. Thank you for jumping on to Review Stop, Jason Callan, the endorsement, Mr. Happy 0121, all the other creators who are on here, and all those who are making content. You are doing the world a service by doing what you do, by creating the content and giving people something to watch on YouTube. The time that you put into making what you make should never go unnoticed there. So if you think your channel is not getting the headway that you think it deserves, keep putting that content out there, keep hitting social media, keep getting the word out. I always say to other people who ask me, if you want to be the next level, act like the next level. So always conduct yourself like you have a million viewers. like you have like 5 million viewers. Hell, like you're a Hollywood superstar if you want to look at it that way. Just basically do something to really push the envelope. And like I said, whatever somebody else may think about you is none of your business, because you can't change that. Don't let that dictate anything that goes on. So putting it out there, putting it out there. All right, guys, we are going to round it out here. I appreciate you guys jumping on the stream right now. Again, I greatly appreciate the time as always. And as I always say, I've got content every single week here on my channel, every single week without fail. I have so much fun doing what I do. So until next time, until the next review, I should say, y'all know how we do it. Do what you need to do this weekend. Have a good time. And by all means, stay frosty.